Hi, I'm Saravanan. In this short video, let's discuss about how to handle rebels, what we call as the rebellion nature which comes up in children. This is experienced by most parents. When their children are young, when I say young, sometimes 7, 8 years, or even sometimes even till the age of 11 years, they would have listened to all that you have told. Would have been very cooperative, wanting to be a good boy or a good girl. Everything happens. But suddenly, they don't listen to you. They no longer seem to listen to you. They start saying that I can take care of my life, you stop interfering in my life. I have my own needs and desires. It's my personal private life, not your life anymore. All those things happen. And actually, most parents get stuck there. They just wonder what to do. Some of them fight back. They don't allow it to happen. They somehow barge into the space of the children and make the rift even more bigger. They don't give much freedom. There are one more category of parents who just give, they say, okay, do whatever you want, you have all the right, you have freedom, this, that, everything, and they stop interfering without even knowing the psychological space or the emotional space from which the child comes. Now, what is the solution for this? Is there a straightforward solution? I think it's very difficult to say, but let's just understand how two human beings actually relate well with each other. You can take about the life with you and your partner or somebody with whom you have loved or whatever. You can just understand how the whole thing started off. At least during the initial period, there was a lot of time where you would have spent together without any reason, without any goal. Then a goal-oriented transaction, a goal-oriented relationship would have come. And after that, what is the main reason as to why there is a rift in relationship? The rift in relationship happens because those moments where there was no goal, a goalless, transactionless space would have reduced, which means that calm, just sitting, listening to music or just moving around, that would have come down. And when that comes down, the togetherness comes down, and because everything becomes transaction oriented, then the rift actually happens. Yes, sir? Same thing happens with children. If you look at it, in most families where they say children are not cooperative, they're rebelling, they're getting angry, some certain common symptoms would be there. The time spent between the parent and the child in a transactionless space, in a very calm, relaxed space, would be zero or very less. Because most of that conversations that happens between the parent and the child would be related to money, education or work. Only these three. Nothing else happens. Nothing else happens. Work, money and education. When is the test? Have you prepared enough? Very good. The child may come and ask, I need money for my fees. I need money for buying this, to buy this. Then, okay, I'm going to give this to you. Okay, you take this. It's around this all the conversations are there. Because somehow we think we're very efficient in our time management. Why? Because I have my own goals at office. I have to get up early. I have to do all this work, push them to school, go to the office, come back. I still come back with some work, both in my brain and my system. I come back and sit and I make best use of the time by taking 10 minutes off or studying well, going through everything. Come on, you do this, give it, come back, you go for work, whatever. So if you look at the way in which you have structured your time from morning to evening, if this is the way in which the structure is, where there is less time for a calm, relaxed, transactionless conversations, goalless conversation, it's simply being. If there is no time for that, it means that's a breeding ground for rebel nature. Because as human beings and as children, knowing that their emotional levels are very high, the need to communicate just like that, the need to be together is very high for them. And when they have experienced not having been with them for quite some time, a few months or few years, that can express itself as rebel or a type of emotional, psychological split from the parent. Then after that, parents normally try to buy it with more, by buying them more things, giving them more things. But again, with an expectation, I bought all these things for you, can you give this back to me? It even becomes a deeper transaction. A deeper transaction, and the child hates it. Yes, they may like the new handset you buy and give to them. They may like the new dress that you give to them. It will be for a few moments, maybe for a day or two. But after that, again it dips, because what they really seek, what they really want is a bonding with you. That is the one which gives them security. That is the one which gives them the space. And what is bonding? It cannot be bought with money. Money may be a part of it, but more than that, it is a time, that emotional, psychological space you give for them, the emotional, psychological time you give for them, which matters. And if at a very early stage, which means even if the rebel nature has not set into your children, if you can give space for this time, you can avoid many things. Number one, you can first develop that type of relationship, maybe deepen the relationship with your spouse. That's number one. And when that happens, automatically the home environment changes. Yes, it's a simple act of saying we will have dinner together daily, or breakfast every Sunday daily, or we'll clean the house together once a week. Whatever. Without any intrusion of television, without any social media, all shut. No, nothing digital there. Maybe a mild music. We clean the house together. We go out together. No FM. Nothing. Just chatting, moving out. Maybe having a dinner, but again, no phones there. Create spaces and time for this, where there are absolutely nothing other than just sharing experiences, talking about what happened during the week, during the day, or whatever. Just keep spending time which is not related to any goal, not related to studies, not related to finance, not related to health, not related to any advice or their career, nothing. Just being. If we can spend time, calculate, and start increasing this time together, then you will find that rebel nature, the deviant, or what you call a divergent behavior, deviant behavior, whatever you call it, that will come down. Yes. If that is too much, that's a different way to handle it. Communication, reducing anger, they are all okay. But the primary thing is my home a space that can build, nurture, and cultivate more happiness? And happiness comes where there are no conditions. It means no matter who you are, you have a right to be here, you belong here, and you can grow. That's all is it. That's possible. And to make them aware, how do you make them aware? By giving that time and space. And for that to happen, you have to give yourself that time and space. Again, please don't have to every day 1 hour I have to be like this. So I torture myself in that 1 hour, that evening 5 to 6 time, everything running in my head, and as though I'm sacrificing all my time for this. Please don't do that. Please know that that's very important for you as a person, to spend that 1 hour, 1.5 hours just for yourself, for being, just being, without any extraneous intervention. Any intervention from social media, office, this, that, everything. If you can do that for yourself, you are at calm. When you are at calm, children are at calm, the whole place becomes a happy environment. And when happiness dominates, automatically rebellion comes down. Thank you.